Well, let's jump into it. You're looking to buy a rock tumbler. Should you buy the cheapest that's out there or spend a few more bucks? Let's look at the barrels and make a determination together. I think you'll find this interesting. I've done quite a bit of rock tumbling and I have some opinions. So here's the types of tumblers that you might consider. These ones are steel. When you get really large, the industrial tumblers are almost always steel. This is old school. If you can find one that's in nice shape, sure, pick it up. They work pretty good. They do have, you look at the outside, the inside of the tumbler is the same shape. So when it is rolling, it's picking up the rocks and moving them really effectively. So, again, not a bad tumbler, but I won't talk about it anymore. The next on the list is the plastic tumblers. Now, that was my first tumbler, like a lot of people. I bought it for my daughter. I ended up using it. The first one, the barrel wore out on one of these crevices and it leaked. Then I ended up buying two more in garage sales. So the original, brand new, was like $80. Crazy price for what you're getting. My next two I bought used, and one was brand new, the other had been used once. I paid 10 bucks each for it. Even at that price, it didn't work out well. This one here ended up leaking on the end. In order to finish my tumble, I put glue on it all the way around and on the inside. Now, the good things about these tumblers is, one, they seem to be the cheapest. And the second thing is the shape on the outside is also somewhat the shape on the inside. So it's got a little bump here. Again, it picks the rocks up and turns them pretty good. Would I buy another one? Hell no. Then that gets us into the rubber barrels. The smaller rubber barrels are smooth on the inside, so there's nothing to pick up the rock and turn it, but they go at enough speed that they actually are effective. If you get into the larger tumblers, they actually have a shape on the inside, which, somewhat of a shape. So again, it somewhat picks up the rock and moves it around within the barrel. So on your first tumbler, you're probably talking a small one. There's one more point to consider. I don't think you can just buy another barrel separately for these small plastic tumblers, but if you go to a dealer and pick up the rubber barrel, I would suggest picking up two barrels for it. The reason is with the rough tumble, which has a lot of grit, and you don't want to move on to your final polishing stage, you would use the one, and then you would use your second tumbler for polishing and burnishing. It helps keep the dirt out. You don't have to worry about cleaning it so effectively, and then you're good to go. I think this tumbler, if I remember, new was about $140, and used I picked one up for $50. So the last bit of advice, if you do like me and you do go with one of these plastic tumblers, is don't trust the bugger. It will likely fail mid-tumble, so you've set it up and you're going to wait a week for the rocks to tumble in here, and if it starts to leak, you may not notice it for a while, so all the fluids spill out along with the dirt, and you don't want that, say, in your basement. Better to run it in the garage or stick it into some sort of tub so that if it does leak on you, you don't have to deal with the mess. So, that's my advice. Hopefully you found that interesting, and thank you for watching.